Hi, this is Imogen Lamport from Inside Out Style, coming to answer your colour and style question. I'd love to know how to stay stylish and warm in a cold office. I feel my style is ruined as everything nice I wear leaves me cold and I always have to wear a big cardigan. My other issue is that I'm slim but often get bloated, so what looks good in the morning has me wanting to cover up by evening. Any hacks for this other than more cardigans? Well, cardigans are great, but how about jackets? Also think about underlayers. So if you are a cold person, and I know as a cold person, I have had to learn to deal with this all the time. So the first thing I'll do is I will put an underlayer on, some sort of vest, camisole sort of layer that goes underneath my clothes. And this is right next to my skin and it helps to kind of add a layer of warmth. Then I might add another fine layer, a long sleeved layer in like places like Uniqlo, but some sort of long elastane sort of knit top. And that's adding another layer. But like what's it called? Uniqlo do a thing called Heat Tech, which is kind of like a Spencer layer, but it just looks like a long sleeve elastane knit top. Very comfortable to wear. Then I will add some layers, and they'll be fine layers of wool. Things like, so I'll add a fine layer of merino wool, so nothing too scratchy. Then, or I might, you could put on a blouse or something like that over the top of those kind of underwear layers almost. This is going to help you feel better and warmer. And then you can add a jacket. You can add you can add a cardigan, of course, but cardigans, that's it. You don't want to just be wearing cardigans, but think about jackets. There are a lot of jackets these days that aren't necessarily suit jackets that you could look into, that can be very comfortable. This denim jacket has so much stretch in it. It's super comfy to wear, and it's actually really quite warm. So when you're adding it over those other layers, and then I'll often say under something like this in winter, if it's a cold day, I'll put on a cashmere, jumper or sweater underneath it. So I will have layered up, and it means if I start to get too hot, I can peel some layers off, but if I am cold, I've got lots of layers on. So I really find it's that layering is how you'll actually end up feeling warmer, rather than just putting one big bulky cardigan over the top. It's putting those layers on and starting right at that base, that underwear layers, rather than just expecting to put on a shirt and then going, I'm too cold. So I would say that could help. Now, with bloating, sometimes one of the things to think about is what is the reason for it? Because, sometimes it can be simple as, just having a, intolerance to something like milk or something. And if you have a cup of coffee and you have a milk in it, and then suddenly you get bloated or whatever. So part of it can be working out what is causing that bloat. So that might be something to look into. But as far as dressing, this is where stretchy things really make a big difference. Or having things that have some looseness that you can blouse out, things that are stretchy, and things that end up being comfortable rather than uncomfortable. And this is what's so great is these days, so many pants and things have huge amounts of elastane in them. It's like this jacket, it's got lots of stretch in it. So look for those things that have that extra stretch that can help you feel and look better with that bloat, and that it doesn't get binding and constrictive. So something that has no stretch in it will become much more uncomfortable than something that does have that. And this is where sometimes even things like dresses can be much more flattering and comfortable because you don't have the waistband. So the more you have a waistband, the more that can be uncomfortable with bloat. So it is looking for garments like going, well, I'll wear dresses rather than wearing, bottoms and tops where you have to have a waistband, and then that can be binding and constrictive around your stomach, can get really uncomfortable if you get bloated. Hopefully something there helps. So thank you so much for your questions, and I will chat to you again soon. Bye for now.